Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to go into Group B of the Little One against HuK. Looks like Little One is spawning in the top right position here on Blistering Sands. He is the teal Terran here in the top right. Of course, Little One, everyone knows, he's a big crowd favorite. He's a very, very creative, random player who blew everyone's mind with his use of nukes way back in one of the Team Liquid Invitationals against Nazgul. And HuK was, of course, a very accomplished Protoss in his own right, dominating in the IC Cup TV League. Now, HuK is one of these players who focuses on a very, very economic style of Protoss, loves doing this, where he gets a probe very quickly and builds a pylon and scouts with it. And to make up for this, he ends up chrono boosting probes very, 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 very long time. So as a result, he gets a decent economy to make up for the fact that he did send out that early scout probe. And the Little One is a sort of player who you really can't expect anything from. Just the fact that he is willing to do crazy strategies in other series will always keep you guessing. And this is Group B of the King of the Beta tournament. First place, $2,000. Second place, $1,000. This will be streamed every single day at 7 p.m. Pacific on www.day9.tv, which in other words is the stream that you're watching right now if you're one of the nice, kind live viewers. Looks like this probe harassed by HuK, so obnoxious, so effective. Probe's really the strongest worker in the game because look at how fast those shields start healing. Very, very easy to get in there, do a little bit of damage, back out, and heal up to full life. HuK being super bold with that worker. Meanwhile, we have back over in HuK's main. He is getting gateway gas very late as usual, chrono boosting probes as much as possible. And look at this probe. Running away has taken no hull damage whatsoever, is down to 0 shields, but again, healing all the way back up to full health. And it looks like, ooh, dirty HuK trying to steal just a little bit of minerals. Going to bring that right back up into Little One's main just to let Little One know who the boss really is. So Little One making a lot of SCVs. No orbital command yet. Very unusual. I dare say a little, I'm not too comfortable with that. I prefer to get that orbital command up at 15 very fast. But of course, that tenacious little probe doing so much damage. If you end up missing any of the games, every game will be uploaded to day9tv.blip.tv. So definitely check out my archives there. Every single game will be there. And HuK still continuing to be obnoxious with his probe, darting around this backside, trying to check up on everything that Little One is doing. And oh my god, the probe's going to make it out alive. This is a lot of great information HuK got out of there. He saw 2 Marines out before a tech lab, before a factory, knows that there's not really any sort of big threats coming up. So as a result, HuK doesn't need to make that early Zealot to deal with Reapers or a Marauder rush. Cybernetics core now finishing for HuK. What will he be doing with it? Warp Gate right off the bat, and in fact getting the Stalker immediately as well. Nice pylon placement for HuK, not only spots here, but leaves a little bit of space there to make sure that you can warp in a big army reinforced to the center fast without trying to put a risky pylon up. And of course, HuK, I gotta once again commend this move. Anytime your scouting worker gets repelled, just leave it by the closest Xel'Naga watchtower. You can see exactly what and when your opponent is attacking you. Looks like that factory is done now. Little One, oh, interestingly, going for a barracks factory barracks opening with no add-ons, no second gas down yet either. Little One looks like he's just amassing some Marines and Hellions. Don't know if he's going to be doing an early push with this. The Marine Hellion push is, of course, extremely popular in Terran vs. Terran, somewhat popular in Terran vs. Zerg, and really haven't gotten the chance to see it too much in this matchup. Is a tech lab going down now, almost certainly a transition to Marauders coming up. And in the meantime, oh, HuK doing the bread and butter style for Protoss, getting 3 gateways, 3 warp gates fast. Uh-oh, looks like we see a 4 warp gate coming up right now. That is a surefire sign of early aggression. And HuK, oh no, was going to just destroy the destructible rocks, loses focus for just 1 second, and there goes down 1 Stalker for free. Little One got no resistance there, didn't even really take any shots except a little bit on this 1 poor Hellion. The Hellion does check to see if there's anything funky going on at these destructible rocks. Sometimes proxies are hidden there. Hellion now advancing up here to the front. Will he get a force field up? No, that Hellion is going to pop up, but of course it's going to be weak. Oh my god, nice force field, but oh, HuK doesn't quite get it. Hellion, oh, almost taking another shot right there, bouncing right into the back of the base. And this is so obnoxious for HuK because he moved the sentries back. And oh no, he's not able to block the ramp. That Hellion does get up, dies without doing too much. Oh, got another very, very nice force field at the front, locking off those 2 Marines. But of course, if anything gets up to the top of the ramp, it can be a very, very dangerous situation to be in. The Stalkers do have range 6 He can do good damage to that. Another excellent force field by HuK, shutting down this rush very easily. And this is very scary for the little one, as he does see 3 of these warp gates. If he sweeps around just a little bit more, he will see the 4th, but he does not. Excuse me. Now, 4 Warp Gate is the classic Protoss cheese in this game. Oh my god, 5 Warp Gate. Jesus, HuK wants to win this game immediately. And there is another pylon going down. This is more of a spotter pylon. And oh, one of the great advantages of having that probe up on that high ground, warping right in to that front by the Xel'Naga Watchtower. So, 4 Warp Gate, the classic cheese on this map. Or excuse me, on any map really, but on Blistering Sands it's particularly potent because these destructible rocks that you can knock down. Hellions and Marauders trying to come to the front, but look at how many Stalkers HuK has. This is going to be way too difficult to deal with. The little one will be backing up. Is he expanding? Yes, there's an orbital command there right now. Double Barracks Marauder, Stim and Concussive Shell almost done. Hellion Marauder mix, very good against gateway units, but it's a lot of gateway units to deal with. 5 gateways worth. HuK isn't even producing any probes in the slightest, just 5 warp gate pressure. The big danger is he's going to need to spend a lot of money on pylons unless he ends up losing a lot of units here. So little one trying to get in good position. These 2 players are dead even in food. 57 against 54, going to the production tab. Look at that, no probes out for the yellow Protoss HuK. HuK really putting on the pressure of the little one. I mean, this expansion, not in a million years will this be able to land at the natural safely. HuK's moving in again, trying to get a good spread out. Predominantly Stalkers, a few sentries in there. There's the Stim. Target firing, needs to micro this properly. Good force fields going down. Going to be hard for those Hellions to get up into the front. And look at that huge count of Stalkers, and smartly the sentries are getting in the front, absorbing the hits from the Marauders so they cannot shoot the weaker Stalkers in the back. And look at that nice little surround. Only Stalkers left alive, but in that exchange, HuK's maintained 60 food. Little one fell back to 50. And it looks like the little one, uh-oh, in a little bit of panic mode, throwing down another bunker. Only one guy in this top gas geyser. Don't blame him. He is under the gun. He needs to make sure that he does everything he can to stay alive. Once again, this command center really cannot do anything, but little one still morphing it into an orbital command to make sure he can use those mules to just maintain some kind of economy in this brutal aggressive state that he is facing. And look at that. Stalker count remains the same, replenishes with just Zealots. That way he can continue to be aggressive, moving right up here, target firing the bunker. So few units for little one. Look at that great force field. He needs to burrow that supply depot, but doesn't in time. Loses a few Marauders on the retreat back, and SCV's getting in the fray as well. 3 barracks done. These Marauders are getting increasingly low on life as they are spending quite a bit on Stim, the little one, at half of HuK's food. HuK doing so much damage, getting into his opponent's face, but the little one might miraculously defend this. And even with that huge SCV loss, he does have 2 orbital commands worth of mules that will allow him to stay at least even, but there are just too many Stalkers, and despite the fact that Marauders are... Oh, good game! The little one ends up typing out in game 1. HuK is currently up 1-0. Apparently the players have decided that they don't really want to leave the game yet. And of course, each player was allowed to veto 1 map in the best of 3, and it was loser picks. So let's see what the little one chooses. He does choose Steps of War. So that does mean we are going to have a very intense map coming up here on Game 2. Steps of War, of course, one of my absolute favorite maps in this entire map pool. And you know, that really goes to show you that a lot of times those 4 Warp Gate builds are considered a little bit cheesy, a little bit unstable, but of course the fact that it's Blistering Sands and there's that back door really makes it much more dangerous. So we will be going into Game 2 in 30 short seconds, and of course, I